Hey people, it is Sunday, July the 2nd, and the time is 5:32 in the afternoon. It's currently 22 degrees Celsius, but feeling more like 27 degrees with the very high humidity today. And I'm on Bay Street, just outside the Scotiabank Arena. And I couldn't help but notice this incredibly long lineup. These people are waiting to get inside for a concert. Unfortunately, I don't know which show it is that's happening right now. I'll have to look that up later, or maybe I'll look for some t-shirts to give me a clue. I'm obviously out of the loop, but let's check out this crazy lineup that extends all the way along Bay Street and around the corner on Front Street. Kind of a overcast, rainy day today. Currently walking under the rail corridor. I don't see many shirts that indicate the act that they're waiting for here. Who is it that's playing right now?
Twice.
Twice, okay. Well, there we go. Twice. There we go. So this is the lineup to see Twice. We emerged on the other side of the rail corridor. It's funny, I don't see anyone wearing the t-shirts that guy is trying to sell. And as you can see, the line just keeps on going. We're on Front Street, swinging around in front of Union Station. Oh, okay, I see one guy was wearing a hoodie that said Twice on it. And I saw another shirt. Starting to see a few more shirts and things now. Very busy. I think there was also a Blue Jays game today. So inside of Union Station is quite the madhouse. I just dropped Megan off here. She's on her way back to Guelph. And it's very lightly raining. See how overcast it is.
It's not a thing that you would want to try, right? Like, it's not like, oh, I'm excited, yay. Let's see if my hair falls out. And so what we're trying to do is...
Alright, well, I think I'll cross here. CN Tower is almost completely obscured right now. This is not forest fire smoke. This is just regular old overcast conditions on a very humid day. Fog, if you will. All right, let's make our way east. And see if I can avoid opening up the umbrella.
Probably not.
ਉਹੀ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਜੇ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਹੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਣ ਦੇਣਾ
Yeah, that is the lineup. I just heard them saying something about whether or not that was the lineup to the show. So let's go to Yonge and then south to the Esplanade. We'll walk along the Esplanade for a little while. I recently did a walk along Front Street through the St. Lawrence neighborhood, so I don't think I need to do that again. I also did a walk along the Esplanade, but not the part of the Esplanade I'll be walking along right now. The Hockey Hall of Fame. Crossing Yonge. I think we're in for a week-long stretch of humid weather and getting hotter as the week goes on also. Can't say I'm really looking forward to that too much. But at least it'll clear up a bit according to the forecast and we'll get some sunshine. The second CIBC Square office tower is coming along. I can see the steel work is starting to rise now around the core. And here we are at the Esplanade. And I'm rather fond of that older apartment building built in a Flatiron style. That one dates from the 1980s. And today I am wearing my waterproof Vessi shoes. I learned my lesson from last time I did a rain walk, and I ended up with wet socks. That won't be happening today. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go up to about Church Street. And then I will go north and maybe cut through Birksea Park. We'll take a look at the dog fountain. And then I'll go north along Victoria Street. Not too many people out on the patios right now, understandably. So this is a nice stretch of bars and restaurants here. And I can see the Novotel Hotel is back in operation again. This was closed down for the last few years and being used as a shelter during the pandemic. But that has come to an end and Novotel has reopened here in the building. I think they had to do some pretty major renovation work to get it ready for business again. Shoeless Joe's, the old spaghetti factory. I've been here several times. See a lot of people here from after the Blue Jays game. Scotland Yard. For once, there's not lots of music playing. Usually when the patios are full of people, there's loud commercial music blasting out into the street here. The beer market. And the Goose Island Brewhouse. So quite a nice stretch of places to come and kick back, spend a few bucks. And hopefully soon some retail will fill up this available space at the base of this new condo building. Here we are at Church Street. Let's walk up the other side of Church. I never seem to do that. I always walk on that side over there because that's where the Banksy is. But I've shown that many a time. Let's see how things are looking on this side of the street. I see they've reinstalled the sign describing the history of the Flatiron building.
Where are you going? What? I thought you were going to take a picture.
That had been taken down and was missing for quite a while as they did some construction work around the intersection. All right, let's make our way over to Victoria Street. Some nice new streetscaping here on Wellington.
Okay.
And there we have two fountains across from one another. The now famous dog fountain over there in Brooksea Park. Nice to see how busy it is even on an overcast Sunday with rain. And this very nice fountain here too. Looks like they're installing some new traffic signals here after the construction work is finally wrapping up. The project seemed to go on for quite a long time. And here we are, Scott Street. It changes to Victoria Street though, very shortly. Once we cross Colburn right here. All right, there's Colburn. And now north up Victoria. Crossing King. There's an interesting mix of old historic commercial buildings with some new modern additions. Some tall buildings, some mid-rise. Adelaide. This is one of the newer additions to the street. Just completed in the last couple of years. You can see how they've incorporated these old historic buildings into the new development. So this is one block east of Yonge Street, running parallel. So if you're ever walking along Yonge and it's too crowded and busy, you can always just duck over to Victoria Street, and it's usually a much more easy walk if that's what you're looking for. Might not be as interesting. A major new development is proposed here. This is a hotel on the corner of the Cambridge Suites, which is a high-rise hotel, but they're planning to add many new stories on top in a new residential addition, bringing it up to 71 stories in total. That would be a pretty major transformation of this corner. We'll see how that works out. And the Rabba has opened. Here you can see the existing hotel. Looking west down Richmond Street. And this is the Confederation Life Building. Beautiful historic structure. And here's where the Ontario Line construction closes down a portion of Queen Street from between Victoria Street here over to Bay Street in the west. Let's cross over. St. Michael's Hospital. This fills up an entire city block pretty much. And look down Queen. And in the other direction, construction galore.
Child support. Right?
Yeah.
What a fun girl! Yeah.
And this is the east side of the Elgin and Winter Garden Theatre. The west side of the building fronts onto Yonge Street where the main entrance is. So this is basically the back side. And there are a bunch of buildings that sort of do back onto Victoria Street with their main entrance on Front Street. It has a little bit of that look and character to it, sort of a road less traveled sort of feel. And this is the very impressive new addition to Massey Hall. Allied Music Center. That was a major project that took several years, most of it over the course of the pandemic, so the timing was right, I guess, for them to close down Massey Hall when no one would be going to shows anyway. But Massey Hall is reopened now. And we'll see the old historic front here on Shooter Street in a moment. And the iconic sign you can see is turned on. And we're still walking past St. Mike's Hospital. It extends over to the north of Shooter Street as well. But there is Massey Hall. The new addition looming behind. I see people standing around in front, and usually if the lights are turned on with the sign as they are right now, there might be a show happening tonight. I think we're finally past St. Michael's Hospital here at this point. And here's another backside of a theater, the Ed Mervis Theater. So we got some people in from Jersey. Been seeing lots of license plates from neighboring US states. Across the street there's a car with a New York plate right there. Seems the Americans are finally returning in bigger numbers now. Lots of New York plates to be seen. And the famous Senator restaurant. This was closed for a long time. It reopened though finally, but I guess it's closed today. Maybe Sundays are a regular day for it to not be open. Jazz Bistro. You'll often hear live jazz music coming out of the Senator and this place right next door, of course. And yes, there is Dundas Square. So once you cross Dundas, Victoria Street goes for about a block into the Toronto Metropolitan University campus, and then it ends at Gould Street. I think I'm going to end it here at Dundas. I'll just cross the street. And a bit quiet around here today. Yesterday and Friday were quite busy because yesterday was Canada Day. There was tons of activity. The streets were packed. So there's where Victoria Street ends, just right up ahead. So I'm going to start wrapping it up as I mentioned. I hope you enjoyed the walk on a very foggy, rainy, muggy Sunday. I checked out an enormous lineup for twice. I'll have to check out who they are. Yes, I admit I am out of the loop. And then we made our way into part of the St. Lawrence neighborhood along the Esplanade, a bit of Church Street, Wellington, and then north on Victoria Street. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit that notification bell, that way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as view my merch store. And you'll also find a super thanks button right down below if you'd like to support the channel that way. And you can find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.